Milwaukee's stolen car epidemic. We often don't see what victims have to go through.
The two you're about to meet were hit by a stolen car that was in the middle of a high-speed chase. Our Julia Fellow shares why they say 2 years later, they feel violated all over again. Julia, good morning.
Good morning to you, Vince and Susan. I'm standing about 100 feet away from the camera just to show you this is how far one of the victims you're about to meet was ejected from the vehicle after she was innocently hit by this suspect. They say that they're in disbelief over the response that they got from a state-run program that was supposed to help with their mounting medical bills. The story hit close to home when we realized one of the 5 victims struck by a speeding vehicle was our Daybreak editor, Gideon Williams. He showed us the stitches in his head back in 2016, but was more worried about his passengers.
I want my friends to be okay. I want them to come through this.
Nearly 2 years later, his insurance is starting to pay out, but only up to $100,000. Jessica Keppert's medical bills and lost wages cost more than that alone.
It was serious. I didn't have a pulse. I had to be resuscitated by the paramedics. I had 3 broken vertebrae in my back.
She and Gideon both applied to get help paying for all their losses through the state's Crime Victim Compensation Program. The program pays for a victim's unreimbursed expenses that result from a crime.
For 4 months, I had no income.
Gideon was denied. Jessica questions why she was told to reapply later after all other insurance is exhausted.
You know what I mean? 2 years later.
Gideon's former lawyer, John Safran, tells me he was denied altogether because he is not listed as a victim in the criminal complaint under great bodily harm. That's the only charge that qualified for compensation.
I certainly attempted to have the district attorney amend the criminal complaint so as to have him also named as a victim.
We called the district attorney's office for answers. The director of Victim Witness Services explained they did not add Gideon as a victim because his injuries did not meet the proper standards of great bodily harm.
How bad do you have to be injured in a crime in order to be compensated as a victim?
Over the years, I have seen that they have not been fully funded, that they've run out of money at times.
A spokesperson with the Department of Justice confirms attorney John Safran's claims, writing in the past the program ran out of money, but no victim's payment was ever delayed as a result. The DOJ also shared in the last 3 years, they have given out more than $12 million through this program. And we also shared with Jessica's lawyer that the DOJ said to me on Friday that she can reapply, but all of her medical bills have been caught up, so we'll look for updates from her. And also, if you're wondering what happened to the teenager in that case, she was charged as an adult and was sentenced to prison time. Reporting live from 30th and Locust, Julia Fellow, today's TMJ4.